Are we emotionally attached? Are we emotional? Emotionally attached means subjective, is it? Just imagine you have two pieces of wood and suddenly they're just sitting in front of you today, yesterday, until you pick them up. And there's one single piece of wood, and then suddenly I do this with another piece of wood. I nail a piece of wood into the horizontal and to the vertical. What happens suddenly? You're attached to something emotional. If your background and if you're suddenly you start kissing. I hope I'm not going to offend and create differences in ideas. It's just suddenly you take the horizontal piece of wood off. That same just becomes no longer emotionally attached. When I say humans are unable to exceed their environment, I mean just that. That we are unable to exceed our environment only because of our beliefs and our values and our ideals and our confinement of identity. Having said all of that, today every human being almost are exposed to different environments through at least their children are now exposed to different environments. So we can exceed beyond our boundaries of our environment and become people of problem solvers. I can't accept the fact that one ideal becomes a symbol and a tool and drives emotions. I can accept the fact that if we poison the rivers and poison the oceans, we will suffer. We will be punished by the nature. If we cut down the trees and burn down the forest, we will suffer. Every life on earth will suffer. If we pollute the air, the very air that we breathe, very air that gives us life, we will suffer. These are the things I can accept, given the fact that every life is connected to the very nature, the very natural cycle of existence, the natural cycle of life. How can we, as human beings, owe to your fellow human beings that you're connected to, and then do you embrace them? You make it a pleasant environment for them. In turn, you become pleasant. It is natural. Every life seek this very joy, love, pleasantness, highest pleasantness. These are the things we can accept. That as human beings which will work for all. Any other way that we try to, or we adopt ways and methods and formulas just to serve one group of people or community or a nation, is not going to be able to sustain the very fundamentals of what life means for us all to share this planet and this existence that gives us all life. Leave you with these thoughts, leave you with these words that may be just resonating as noise, yet there are significant ways to improve life instead of continue to follow practices, models that has failed humanity and caused so much of suffering, so much of death and destruction, so much of pain, which is totally unnecessary, unwanted. Nobody wants to suffer. Nobody wants to be locked in. Only if we embrace living elements as part of our life experience on this earth, a brief life experience on this earth, we will all learn to ride this existence effortlessly. Otherwise, we will be fighting all sorts of challenges that will consume our time, which none of us have. It's a ruthless wheel that's rolling, making us fall and get crushed by it. And instead, learning to save our energies, to keep your mind, your body, emotions, and energies pleasant, consumes less energy, less effort than if you're in complete distress, where emotions are high, your energies are low, your body is in distress, your mind nowhere to be found. So it's time that we have a great opportunity to enhance our human possibility and create an infinite, a limitless experience for our brief moment here on earth. I'm sure we can accept that all of us are looking for the same highest pleasantness in oneself. To achieve that, everyone must work towards this very direction. Otherwise, we'll be crushed by the forces of nature, forces of untold amount of pain. When the nature acts, none of us can stop the pain that it inflicts on us. We have an opportunity to make it a pleasant experience for all of us, acting collectively in one direction for one purpose, with no profit to anyone and benefit to all. Thank you. Hope my words may go unheard. If it's heard anywhere else, these are living experiences in silence, living experience of life has much more to appreciate life than what is learned, what is read, or what is watched. I hope watching this video has somewhat stimulated and provoked some of your inner sense. By going inwards, we can be much more clear about where we are going. No matter which direction you head out, there's only one way we can all know oneself: going inwards. Simple fact that if you're capable enough to know just this one life, in turn, you're able to turn whatever is coming at you into well-being and pleasant state of mind, pleasant state of joy, pleasant state of energy, pleasant state of emotions, and the highest pleasantness. In turn, you will see pleasantness, you will smell pleasantness, you will taste pleasantness, you will sense pleasantness, you will hear pleasantness. It's a simple formula which will work at any given time, at all given circumstances.